Hello my dear YouTuber friends, and I hope you're all keeping well. Welcome to this new video. In this video I'm going to be reviewing an AI cabin announcements program called Cabby. You probably saw this at the recent Flight Sim Expo 2024. They did a presentation there. This AI cabin announcement, it's a PC only at the moment. Now I've got my passengers boarding my aircraft, my 146 here, as you can see. I've got Cabby running in the background, you can see it there. It will come on in a moment, and we'll just wait for this. You can actually record your own voice, and then the AI will compute and use your voice, as you'll hear in just a second. They'll do realistic cabin announcements at certain time. While that's happening, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll just set up the aircraft. I want you to hear this. It's the top one we need to choose. I've just got a route set up from Manchester going over to Heathrow Airport. So I'll just load the route in here. I know it's always the top one here, so I'll just choose them and execute. Well, that's my route set up, so I'm just setting up my aircraft just while we're waiting for this cabin announcement. It should come any second. Come on, people are going to finish boarding here. Here we are.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board Addon Airlines flight from Manchester to London. My name is James and I am the captain of this flight. We are currently preparing for departure and we will be taking off shortly. Thank you for choosing Addon Airlines. Enjoy your flight.
Listen.
Meine Damen und Herren,
I'm speaking German. I didn't speak that, by the way. The AI computed my voice.
Wir bereiten uns derzeit auf den Abflug vor und werden in Kürze abfliegen.
Not only am I speaking English, I'm speaking German. So I'm going to give you an overview of this. What am I going to say now?
Hi, it's me again. I just thought I'll share some
I'm not saying that.
with you. Our flight today will take approximately 36 minutes. The weather in London is sunny.
Isn't that incredible?
We expect a smooth flight with a small chance of light turbulences. Please relax and enjoy the flight.
Okay, I'm going to give you an overview of Cabby while I speak German in the background. Show you what you can do, show you how you can set it up. Oh, you know, let's not dilly-dally. Let's get on with this video. Okay, let's give you a quick overview of Cabby. As you can see there, use the power of AI to make your cabin crew announcements more realistic. Use your own voice, which is the big selling part. I'll link this down below in the description so you can take a look at this yourself. There's quite a lot to go over, so let's go straight to the pricing of it. You need to buy a one-off purchase. You need to buy this to use it. It's about, well, $35. It's around £27. As you can see here, you get all these with the base package. You don't get the marketplace voices, premium voices, or custom voices, so recording your own voices. Along with that, you have to take out a monthly pro subscription. It equates to just over £11, so $14.40 there, as you can see, per month. This allows you to do custom voices. If you're going to try this, at least try this part once. I'll come back to the pricing later on in this video. Remember, I'm going to link this website down in the description so you can go and look at this yourself. Once you do buy it, you get the option of downloading the program. You need to run it as a separate program. As you can see, I'm running it here. And you can link in the settings your SimBrief username. I've set up a flight from Manchester to Heathrow in SimBrief, and I've linked my username in Cabby there. And you've got other options there. What announcements you want to be going off in the flight, or which announcements you want to use during the flight, rather. Cache there, an update, I'm up to date. And you've got voices here. Now, a lot of these, if you just buy the base package...
Hi folks, this is your captain speaking.
He's actually the creator artist of Cabby, I believe.
Please fasten your seatbelts.
Please relax and enjoy the flight.
Cabin crew, take your seats for landing.
And if you buy that Pro subscription, at least try that once, you get the ability to add your own voice. And what you do, you record a little something, I'll show you. Hello dear passengers, welcome to this new flight. We are flying from Addon International over to Charles de Gaulle, and etc, etc. You can make it public so other people can use your voice in Cabby as well. And to demonstrate that, I'll go to new here, go to community, and these are people who have downloaded, allowed their voices to be used by other people. So Jonah here, I'll install that, and now I can use Jonah's voice in my flights as well, and I can add another one because I've got that Pro subscription. As you can see, actually Cabby, the creators of Cabby passed this on to me. Let me try this. So they sent me this one-time purchase, the base and the Pro subscription for a couple of months, so I can try this for a purpose of a review for you fine people. So you can set that up, and I would recommend setting up something for yourself. Just record something. Hello dear passengers, welcome etc, to this new flight. And then you can use it in a flight. So let's go back to flight. Like I said, I've set up a flight in SimBrief, and I've got my SimBrief account linked. I'm going to import the flight. Just click on import flight there. There you go, Manchester to Heathrow. Once you get to this point, you want to click on that cog icon here. And you can choose who you want as captain and who you want to choose as crew. I'm putting myself as crew because the crew members seem to say a lot more announcements than the captain. And I want you to hear how it's computed my voice, my tone and my afflictions in this program. It's quite amazing. So Addon, the creator of the Cabby AI, is the captain and I'm crew. Primary language, I want us to speak English for this one, but you can choose different languages. So I'll choose English. I want to put a secondary language in there, and you get a choice: Italian, Spanish, French, Portuguese, Polish. Let's choose German. I've got a few German followers. And you could type anything as the airline name, and it will pick it up in the announcements. So let's do Addon Airlines. It's quite amazing, isn't it? So once you've got all that set up, just click start. And what it will do now, Addon did mention, the creator of Cabby did mention to me that it's trying to speed this up. This can take anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes. Once you have it set up, you can get on with your flight. You don't need to do it again unless you run Cabby again on a different flight. So what it will do, it will prepare and compute. Let me bring you back a little bit later. So literally now this is about a minute or two later from where I last left off. It's generating the sentences. So what this is doing, from what I recorded, it's computing that. It's going to compute my tone, compute my words, compute my afflictions, the way I speak, and then actually generate it. And as you'll see in the flight, I'm going to be saying words that I didn't say in that little recording that I made. And I'm also going to be speaking German as well. So it will generate sentences, and then it will download. It will say download, and it will take literally a few minutes longer. I won't keep you here for them. What I'll do, I'll let this generate fully, start it, and I'll join you on the flight deck of the 146 Professional. Okay, so I'm on the 146 Professional at Manchester Airport. I'm not in a live server, just so we don't get those complications. Just setting up my aircraft here. Let me just start Cabby in the background. So I can actually show you that. Which one do I have it on? I have it there. There you go. I've started it. So as you can see, this will start talking to me in a moment. Let me just switch you back to the sim. And passengers, start boarding. Oh, 62 passengers, it doesn't matter. 5-minute boarding, there you go. So we go outside, all the doors open, passengers are boarding. And the cabin announcement, so you think, oh, here we are, straight away.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board Addon Airlines flight from Manchester to London. My name is James and I am the captain of this flight. We are currently preparing for departure and we will be taking off shortly. Thank you for choosing Addon Airlines. Enjoy your flight. Meine Damen und Herren, willkommen an Bord des Fluges
German
von Addon Airlines von Manchester nach London. Mein Name ist James und ich bin der Kapitän dieses Fluges. Wir bereiten uns derzeit auf den Abflug vor und werden in Kürze abheben. Vielen Dank, dass Sie sich für Addon Airlines entschieden haben. Guten Flug.
So that's Arthur speaking. He's the creator of Cabby, I believe. And I'll be the cabin crew.
Our flight today will take approximately 36 minutes. The weather in London is sunny. Please remember to keep your seatbelt fastened while seated and whenever the seatbelt sign is illuminated. Unser heutiger Flug wird ungefähr 36 Minuten dauern.
Don't worry about what I'm doing. I'm just setting up the aircraft. I'll link a video, a tutorial about 146 down below, just in case people want it. That didn't
Ladies
go.
and gentlemen, welcome on
Here
board.
we are.
My name is Arthur and I am the cabin crew member on this flight.
That's me.
We ask that you please fasten your seatbelts at this time and secure all baggage underneath your seat or in the overhead compartments. We also ask that your seats and table trays are in the upright position for takeoff. Please turn off all personal electronic devices, including laptops and cell phones. Smoking is prohibited for the duration of the flight. Thank you for choosing Addon Airlines. Enjoy your flight. Sehr geehrte Damen und Herren, willkommen an Bord. Mein Name ist Arthur und ich bin Ihr Flugbegleiter auf diesem Flug. Wir bitten Sie zu diesem Zeitpunkt Ihre Sicherheitsgurte anzulegen und das gesamte Gepäck unter Ihrem Sitz oder in den Gepäckfächern zu verstauen. Wir bitten Sie außerdem, dass sich Ihre Sitze und Tischablagen zum Abflug in aufrechter Position befinden. Bitte schalten Sie alle persönlichen elektronischen Geräte einschließlich Laptops und Mobiltelefone aus. Für die Dauer des Fluges ist das Rauchen verboten. Vielen Dank, dass Sie sich für Addon Airlines entschieden haben. Guten Flug.
So it's picked up not
Ladies and
only...
gentlemen, shortly after takeoff we'll start serving snacks and drinks. You can find our Sky menu in the seat pocket in front of you. Sehr geehrte Damen und Herren, kurz nach dem Start servieren
I'll just let
wir Ihnen
this part
Snacks
finish,
und
because it's
Getränke.
interesting to
Unser
listen
Sky
to.
Menü finden Sie in der Sitztasche vor Ihnen.
So it picked up from what I recorded. It's computed that, and those words, I didn't speak those words in that recording. It's computed it. It's not got it absolutely perfect. Sometimes I sound a little bit American in some ways, but the tone and affliction. I recorded my voice a few times just to try and get it right in that little recording part that I showed you before. You just make an example recording and it picks up from that. Try and get all your tones and afflictions in there. And as you heard, it pretty much picked them up. How's my aircraft setup going here? I've got my autopilot assigned altitude. Click on this card to set the speeds. I've got it in area navigation mode. I've got my flight plan. I didn't set that up properly, did I? Let me just make sure this is all set up properly. Otherwise, I'll be flying nowhere. Legs. Remote TNT. Yeah, that's looks about right to me. No discontinuities. That's fine. That will do. How's the boarding finished? The boarding is still going on, so I'll just let this boarding finish, then I'll push back and just mention that again. I'll press my B key to make sure my altimeter is correct. A lot of things to set up in the 146, but I'm just really here to show you Cabby. It's not got it absolutely perfect. As I push back, you're going to hear more announcements. That's why I picked the cabin crew for myself. It would be nice to change the names it gives you. I mean, I'm called Arthur at the moment, apparently, to your actual name, so James or whatever. It could be a little bit complex for the program. You notice the Addon Airlines, it picked it up and read it back perfectly. So whatever you type into that box I showed you before, what airline you are, it generally just picks it up. Can I get this boarding done quicker? I can't alter this now. Now I've got it. Yeah, okay. So it's just got a couple of moments left till the boarding's finished. I'll wait for that to finish and then we can close. The doors will close automatically and push back, and you should hear more from the announcements. Oh, it's just uncanny to hear yourself when you do speak, though, especially when you start speaking German. I tried the French and Italian. And Italiano, my goodness, well, non parlo Italiano myself, only a tiny bit of Italian. But to hear that, there we go, boarding's complete, stairs go back in, the door will close, and we can push back. I'm going to ask for pushback now. There we go, I'll get my view centered. And we'll continue. Let me just set up my ILS frequency for Heathrow, which is 109.5, which it has there now. So when I get to Heathrow course, might as well set it up now. It's about 270 for runway 27. It will do. There we go. All set up. Don't worry about what I'm doing there, setting up the aircraft. Like I said, I'll link some kind of tutorial for the 146 down below. I don't know it brilliantly, but I know it well enough to get from A to B. And take the parking brake off. I'll stay in the cockpit, and you should hear another announcement. I'll just keep an eye on the taxi line to my left here. Another announcement from me or the captain. It just... If you imagine, like, cabin crew, they don't talk constantly. They'll just give you announcements now and again. That's what Cabby does. Even with just the base program, so just the AI, you know, the default voices, you'll just hear them make announcements now and again. It just adds a little bit more life, doesn't it? A bit more realism. But to have your own voice speaking is just absolutely weird. It's a must try if you've got PC flight sim people. Pushback will do there. Better make sure I stick on my parking brake because the 146 does like to go forward on 0 throttle. As you'll see, I'll take my parking brake off once that truck gets out of the way. Come on. Move over. There we go. Take the parking brake off. It's going to start moving forward slightly. Put a little bit of throttle in there. And pull the throttle back. I won't need it. And get taxiing to the runway. You should have like a safety announcement, and it'll be me giving you that. Because it's my voice as the cabin crew. Don't let me down, Cabby. By the way, Cabby, let me show you this, will pick up on your various...
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the crew, I ask that you please direct your attention to the crew members as we review the emergency procedures. There are 6 emergency exits on this aircraft. Take a minute to locate the exit closest to you. Note that the nearest exit may be behind you. Should the cabin experience sudden pressure loss, stay calm and listen for instructions from the cabin crew. Oxygen masks will drop down from above your seat. Place the mask over your mouth and nose like this. Pull the strap to tighten it. If you are travelling with children, make sure that your own mask is on first before helping your children.
Sound like me.
In the unlikely event of an emergency landing and evacuation, leave your carry-on items behind. Life rafts are located below your seats, and emergency lighting will lead you to your closest exit. We ask that you make sure that all carry-on luggage is stowed away safely during the flight. While we wait for takeoff, please take a moment to review the safety data card in the seat pocket in front of you. Thank you for your attention. Sehr geehrte Damen und Herren, im Namen der Besatzung bitte ich Sie, Ihre Aufmerksamkeit auf die Besatzungsmitglieder zu richten, während wir die Notfallmaßnahmen überprüfen. Es gibt 6 Notausgänge in diesem Flugzeug. Nehmen Sie sich einen Moment Zeit, um den nächstgelegenen Ausgang zu finden. Beachten Sie, dass sich der nächste Ausgang möglicherweise hinter Ihnen befindet. Sollte es in der Kabine zu einem plötzlichen Druckverlust kommen, bleiben Sie ruhig und achten Sie auf die Anweisungen des Kabinenpersonals. Sauerstoffmasken fallen von über Ihrem Sitz herunter. Legen Sie die Maske wie folgt über Mund und Nase. Ziehen Sie am Riemen, um ihn festzuziehen. Wenn Sie mit Kindern reisen, stellen Sie sicher, dass Sie zuerst Ihre eigene Maske tragen, bevor Sie Ihren Kindern helfen. Lassen Sie im unwahrscheinlichen Fall einer Notlandung und Evakuierung Ihr Handgepäck zurück. Unter Ihren Sitzen befinden sich Rettungsinseln und eine Notbeleuchtung führt Sie zum nächstgelegenen Ausgang. Wir bitten Sie, während des Fluges darauf zu achten, dass das gesamte Handgepäck sicher verstaut ist. Während wir auf den Abflug warten, nehmen Sie sich bitte einen Moment Zeit und überprüfen Sie die Sicherheitsdatenkarte in der Sitztasche vor Ihnen. Vielen Dank für Ihre Aufmerksamkeit.
As I was mentioning before, let me just break that. Cabby will pick up on each phase of the flight, so as you can see on boarding taxi it'll pick up on takeoff, cruise and landing and all that good stuff. So it'll let you know just by looking at the window where you are on the flight, but hopefully you would know that if you're piloting the aircraft. I'll just get moving again, get on the runway and take off. And what I'll do, I'll keep recording, but I won't let you see the whole flight. Probably not in this video. It's going to make this video extraordinarily long if I do that. I'd just like to be concise as I can with these kind of programs. Difficult because there's a lot to get through with this program. But yeah, I'll probably just bring you back at various points when I'm chatting again. You'll hear at some point the shop's open. I'm opening the shop in airline shop, shall we say? Right. What I might just do here is get on a rolling start. The voices you're going to hear now are from the 146, built into the 146, as you'll hear. Speed alive.
Speed alive, both sides.
There you go.
80 knots cross-checked.
So that's just from the 146. More realism.
V1, rotate.
Okie dokie.
V2.
Positive rate, anytime.
Positive rate of climb, gear up.
And gears up, so I don't need to hold my yacht back now, I just keep a positive rate of climb when you get to this configuration. What I'll do though is just trim down a little bit, just like to go skyward now. Just a little bit. And wait for my flaps, say take my flaps up. Have I clicked that card? I think I clicked it, didn't I? Oh, I have now. Doesn't matter. Anytime, my friend. Anytime. Just wait for more cabin announcements.
VFTO, safe height speed, select flaps.
Good, I was waiting for that one. Okay, autopilot on. It will go into area navigation. Just sync my autopilot so I'm actually climbing and watch my speed as well. There we go, climbing at a decent rate. I'm already speeding along there, breaking rules as you can see. So I'm just going to bring my throttle back just to reduce that speed. There we go. It's dropping now. Get it back to around 250. As long as my indicated airspeed is around 250, which it is there, we should be okay. So don't worry about the ground speed. This is. Yeah. When is Cabby? When am I going to make the next announcement?
We are now climbing to our cruising altitude. We will be starting our in-flight service shortly. You can find our Sky menu in the seat pocket in front of you. Sehr geehrte Damen und Herren, bitte bleiben Sie sitzen, während wir auf unsere Reiseflughöhe steigen. Wir werden in Kürze mit unserem Bird Service beginnen. Unser Sky-Menü finden Sie in der Sitztasche vor Ihnen.
So there you go. What we'll do, we'll just get up to cruise altitude and you should hear me come back. Whenever it comes back, I'll bring you back. So here we go. I'm just about to reach my cruise altitude, as you can hear by the klaxon there. And we should get another announcement from me. Just gotta watch I don't overspeed the aircraft now. I had to get the throttle. You have to put that throttle in when you're climbing. Just struggle with higher altitudes, the 146. So just be aware that I don't overspeed when it starts to level out. That should be fine. Just bring back that throttle a bit now. And we should be golden. Click on the card just to make sure I've got my speed set again. There we go. So we've got a long way before we start overspeeding, and we'll get to London in no time. Here we are.
We are now starting our in-flight service. We'd like to remind you that we accept card payments as well as cash. You can find our Sky menu in the seat pocket in front of you. Please remain seated while we serve you. If you need anything, please don't hesitate to ask one of our cabin crew members. Thank you. Meine Damen und Herren, wir starten jetzt unseren Bordservice. Wir möchten Sie daran erinnern, dass wir sowohl Kartenzahlungen als auch Bargeld akzeptieren. Unser Sky-Menü finden Sie in der Sitztasche vor Ihnen. Bitte bleiben Sie sitzen, während wir Sie bedienen. Wenn Sie etwas benötigen, zögern Sie bitte nicht, eines unserer Kabinenpersonalmitglieder zu fragen. Vielen Dank.
There we go, my friends. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm not too far from top of descent. What I'll do, I'll go and land at Heathrow, and then it'll give us the last announcements. There's often, just temper your expectations with these programs, cabin crews, they're not incessantly talking, not constantly talking rather, throughout. So when you're on a floor, well, some do, I guess, depends what airline you're on. But it'll pick up, start talking every now and again, and sometimes it'll just surprise you with an announcement. The pilot will come on, surprise you with some announcements. And it's different, it seems, for each flight. But you know, you're not going to have them talking throughout the whole flight. I mean, that would probably get annoying if anything. I'll continue on cruise, get towards land at Heathrow Airport, and bring you back for our last announcements from Cabby and my conclusion and recommendations. Okay, so I'm actually established on runway 23, right? I made a slight alteration, which is fine, so that's why the ILS frequency is dialed in. As you can see, nicely on the glide slope there. Just keeping an eye on my throttle, keeping an eye on the glide slope under autopilot control with the 146.
1000.
And I'll be taking it off autopilot soon. Just to ensure that things go okay. Only slight throttle adjustments, not about the 146 of course. There you go, nice view coming into Heathrow. So I'm just going to get ready with my autopilot button and... oh, speed brake. Per the instructions for the 146 when bringing it down. Reduce that throttle again there. Glide slope's just slipping a little bit below me, that's fine.
500.
We're actually pretty much on it, as you can see, so no troubles here. And then we'll let Cabby make its last announcement. Now I need to taxi off to the left there, towards the stands at Heathrow. There we go, we're coming.
500.
Yep, coming over the threshold. So, any second, that'll do. Autopilot off.
Autopilot disconnected.
Bring out my speed brake and just reduce my throttle. Absolutely fine.
50, 40, 30, 20.
Gonna do a nice smooth landing. Come on, let's smell this. Ah, that's alright. Right, spoilers out.
Yellow and green spoilers.
I've had better landings, but I've
Brake
had
pressure
worse
C.
landings. Okay,
80 knots.
not quite that one. We can get the next one.
60 knots.
This one, fine. That'll be fine. Let's just bring in that speed brake again. Flap C up. We'll just trond along here, waiting for Cabby now to say welcome to Heathrow or whatever they'll say. I've had plenty of announcements from Cabby along the flight, just surprise announcements sometimes. The captain came along and gave me information about weather at Heathrow Airport, which was nice. And telling us we were in the cruise. I've had me come on saying that the shop's closed, that type of thing, or we're starting our descent. Lots of different announcements, very realistic. Let's just stop here. Cabby, are you going to say anything?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to London. Please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the aircraft has come to a complete stop and the seatbelt sign has been turned off. Please make sure you have all your personal belongings with you before you leave the aircraft. On behalf of the crew, I would like to thank you for flying with us today. We hope you had a pleasant flight and we look forward to welcoming you on board again soon.
Thank you.
Meine Damen und Herren, willkommen in London. Bitte bleiben Sie mit angelegtem Sicherheitsgurt sitzen, bis das Flugzeug vollständig zum Stillstand gekommen ist und das Anschnallzeichen ausgeschaltet ist. Bitte stellen Sie sicher, dass Sie alle Ihre persönlichen Gegenstände bei sich haben, bevor Sie das Flugzeug verlassen. Im Namen der Crew möchte ich Ihnen dafür danken, dass Sie heute mit uns geflogen sind. Wir hoffen, Sie hatten einen angenehmen Flug und freuen uns, Sie bald wieder an Bord begrüßen zu dürfen.
Very nice, thank you. And I've even got music. That's the music from the 146 recent update playing in the background. You've got cabin music behind me. Very realistic. It just adds so much realism, doesn't it? I'll tell you what. I'm just going to go cut straight across. I know this is not proper, people, but I just want to get to one of these stands here. This is Inner Scene Heathrow, by the way. Shall I link my review of this down below? Do like it. Can play havoc on your system now. Just don't crash into that. Don't crash right at the end of this, and there we go. Just make sure. You know what? It'll do. And what I'll just do is say here is turn around. And there we go. And I'll give you my conclusion, and it may come back in a second and give me more announcements. Give you my conclusion and recommendation. Listen, if you have PC Flight Sim, this is worth a try. Absolutely. Give it a try, because put your own voice in there. Put your wife, girlfriend, mother, grandmother, banker, whoever. Put their voice in there. You're going to have them talking to you throughout the flight, giving you flight safety demonstrations, or have yourself at the captain. I only put myself as crew because the crew members do talk a lot more in Cabby. Captain comes on now and again, but typically I'll have myself as captain. Well worth a try. I do wish, and maybe take this in mind, Arta or Cabby yourselves, it would be nice to have a price where you buy Cabby, but then you get at least one custom voice, so you just buy it straight out without the monthly subscription, and maybe just one custom voice in there so you can add your own voice. That would be brilliant. Make it a little bit more expensive if you like, $40, £35, something of that sort. It's worth trying on that monthly subscription, something that I'll be missing if I don't have, so I may be taking out a new monthly subscription for Cabby when I'm flying airliners. Highly immersive, highly recommended to try. Do let me know your thoughts below. Give this video a like if you've enjoyed it. Subscribe for more. And I'll see you soon.